Okay, let's give a little check here, make sure everything's working. How's everyone today? For those of you new here, I'm Depthswalker, and I like to do little reviews of recently released AI music videos. I focus mostly on the visual side of things, scene change, tempo, pacing, that sort of thing. I try and help out wherever I can in terms of advice. Because, like, you know, being arrogant here. As usual, I'm going to start off with a little self promotion with one of my own songs. Redemption's Price.
A spark in the dark of a maddening storm, the faint hope of absolution from going too far, honest guilt and staying true to form, knowing all hatred is a justly earned scar. I seek redemption, but not from them. I seek redemption from those I wronged, not from those who only condemn, but from those whose pain truly belonged. I let anger blind me. It's no exemption, but can I, through my actions, earn redemption? Like it's clean and bright, while your hands drip red from 1,000 nights. You scream monster from your throne of lies, but I see the bodies you buried out of sight. Hypocrites in robes of self-made grace, feeding on shame like it's your favorite taste. I own my wreckage, I carry the weight. You wear your sins like a crown and celebrate. Yeah, I fucked up, I crossed the line, I know, but at least I bleed for the seeds I sowed. You smile while the world burns slow, pretending your halo still glows. I seek redemption, but not from them. I seek redemption from those I wronged, not from those who only condemn, but from those whose pain.
This is another reason why I do this, for the late arrivals.
Go ahead, cast your stones from glass houses high. I'll take the cuts, I'll take the fire, but don't you dare act like your soul isn't a pyre when your closet's a graveyard and your conscience is a liar. I regret the pain I caused, I regret the rage, but I don't regret the truth that set the stage. Your failure to act was to save your own face. For politics' sake, you hid in disgrace. I seek redemption, but never from you. I'll crawl through the hell that my choices drew, not from the pious with blood on their shoes. I'll make my amends where the price is due. Yeah, I let anger blind me. It's no exemption, but watch me rise and earn my own redemption.
She's a bit of a lore hound. She wants to see my lore videos.
Your judgment, keep your throne. I'll wear my scars and walk alone. Regretful, but never on my knees. Defiant, I'll still be free.
All right. So that was Redemption's Price, the full AIMV Law song, the upscaled version, because just after I posted the original version, I found out that I could upscale in my editing software, and I didn't know that. So I ran it through. Wasn't too bad. Had a few scenes get turned into still images, so I had to re-enter them, so they're still not quite upscaled. But overall, it's pretty good. Hello to everyone who's just arriving. Alright, on to what you're all here for. My analysis and review of other people's stuff, rather than just my self-gratification of my own stuff. Alright, so here we have Demons Inside Myself by Mythic Tone. I've chatted with the person on X a little bit, but I haven't heard any of his music, so let's give this a listen, and then I'll give a review. There's no captions. I don't know if it's just a full instrumental, or if it's got inbuilt. But anyway, let's see how it goes. Afternoon all. Oh yes, yes he is, that one. And I wouldn't worry about the Don P thing. I think that was a mutually assured destruction thing of two people reporting each other. It's something that will clear up in a few days, week at most, for the involved parties. It's just something you have to deal with as AI creators. Although I'm not going to have to deal with it for a while yet. I'm not even monetized. Alright, yeah, pretty solid song. You need to get your subtitles loaded up though. Even if you just go for the auto ones, I think you should be able to get them. Oh no, you wouldn't be able to get the auto ones yet because of the way the system works. It's weird. Yeah, yeah. I'm a third of the way there on the watch hours. Anyway, the tone is much more consistent than the Wild West one, as that Chaineman pointed out. This is the guy who did the Western style one. And most of the editing is on point in terms of when the cuts happen. I'd say a couple of the cuts need to be slightly altered a little bit. But as for the actual scenes themselves, just turn the sound down this time. Slow intro, that's all good. I don't mind getting a bit of slow intro, but then you get to the point and you get the hard boom change. Totally fine. Even though the beat's fast, the song is slow. So these slow edits are pretty good. I'd say that we actually went to this fight scene about a bar too early. And as for the scene itself, I think this is suffering from being recorded at full speed. I recommend recording the fight at slow motion and then returning to full speed in the editing software to try and cut down on some of the jank that we see in the fight. But the transformation is very, very solid. That's one of the hardest things I've had to do, is getting things to transform in one of my videos. I mean, like, if we go back to one of my older lore videos. Where is it? Come on. It just refused to transform. It just disappeared. Huh? Never, you wouldn't catch me dead in at Depthswalker's stream, and he thought there was real beef. Who? So what? So what's? Oh, Hatter. Oh, no, he was here earlier. Said he was going to drive up some people to turn up. But yeah, the blur jank could probably be done by recording the fight slower and then speeding back up in the editing side of things. But the transformations from demon to person are pretty solid. Even that bit there where it's like in and there's still the shadow at the background, it's fine because it's like a demon fighting him, so it all works out well. It's like seamless transformation. Now that cut was probably the only one that I think was poorly timed. There's some that are a little bit off by a beat or two. This is the only one that's actually truly poorly timed. I'd have changed on that beat that just happened. It's like a full 3 seconds almost off. Others are off by like a half second. Yeah, it's Mad Hatter, isn't it? He's going to do things the crazy way. Even that fight change was on the change of the lyric pacing, as in like the change of the fight scene. Still the fight, but a different angle switch. So it's only the AI that's really fighting against him here, and a little bit of a pacing on the storyboarding a bit. So the speeding up of the animation could also work the other way as well, to do some bits slow motion extra, to just extend the scene a little bit without making it look still. But, you know, it is just things you learn as you go along. That was a fade transition on a long note. Fantastic. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. I would have cut this scene a little bit, so the explosion happened slightly earlier in the scene, and then timed up with the explosion here a little bit. Maybe took the scene of without the explosion and just put that in to the earlier scene a little bit, so you can sort of get more of an idea of exactly where the connection is on this explosion. That way you could get it, rather than scene changing and then the explosion, the beat happens as the explosion's happening a bit more. I would show you, but every time I've tried showing the editing software, it never shows up properly on stream. The only way I know to do it is if I do the full screen, and I'm not doing full screen because that's the best way to get yourself doxed. But on the sound of it, yes, there'll be a sound wave. It'll display the sound wave for the music when you're doing the editing, and you can see the highs and the lows in the music, so you can see where the paces change. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder, especially with the AI music, where it tends to blur the wave a little bit, so the beats aren't as obvious for some things, especially for heavy music like this where there's lots of things going on. Like if you hear, there's like 4 different things going on there, even though it's just drums and singing. It's 2 voices and 2 separate drum tracks with a little guitar riff going on in the background as well, so it can clutter the sound wave. But you can also separate the sound out into its different bits if you want to, but that's more on the sound side of things, which is not my strong point in all of this. That was a great cut, with the well coming in with the axe hit, like the axe blow overhead. And these fight scenes, even though they are nice continuous scenes, I personally would have chopped them up a little bit so that you can like put a couple of ones that look like they're in the same area but they're at different angles, because it's really, really tempting to do these nice long extended scenes, but sometimes you just want to cut the scene so you've got a different angle, and it can hide some of the jank in the fight where they suddenly stop and they look at each other for a second for no reason. Right here, if you switch to a different fight, different like pace, and then back again, it can hide the lulls in the fight a little bit. It definitely is very much more the music side of things than the video side of things. But I've got good enough ear that I can catch the beats. I'm just not very good at music. Anyway, that's a very good, definitely an improvement from the previous one. A lot more time and effort put into it. Just a bit more practice with the AI and a bit of editing timing. Maybe 1 or 2 extra clips to throw in to fill in some of the dead times in the fight, like just a alternate angle of the same scene. Sometimes even if you get a bad scene generated, if when you do another generation, if it's the same setting, you can take bits from that scene to give you something to work with. Trying to find a good example of that without changing. Actually, yeah. This scene here is 4 different generations of this fight scene. Don't worry, Runya. I'm just glad you're here. we haven't had any clankers yet. But yeah, so you can hide some of the issues with fight scenes by cutting and editing them. I could have done more with that one, but that one was getting away with me because it was more about the story than pacing. That one is. So there's not a fantastic matching on that. All right. And YouTube started its refreshing thing again. Let's get everything set back up the way I like it again. Alright. Here we have... Why is the ID gone from this? Yeah, that entire section just vanished. Alright, one more post by Nightwave Fantasy and Cultus Notitia and Dawn Halo. Now, all three of these do fantastic work. Dawn Halo tends to do more just music. Cultus Notitia does tons and tons of videos. And Nightwave Fantasy's not quite as prolific as the other two, but does some really good work themselves. As they're the top list billing, I'm assuming this is their one that they helped, the other two helped him with, or helped them with, rather. So let's give this a watch.
I need the likes, I need to blow up overnight. Copy every move they make, filter every single frame just right. Trend after trend, I'm chasing numbers in the dead of night. Now the lights are calling, I feel the pull so strong. Chasing every spotlight, where do I belong? I scroll until my eyes burn, studying every face. Copy their moves, their angles, their perfect filter grace.
Damn it.
At the right time, hashtags in a storm. Trend check every sound, ride the wave before it's gone. Viral hooks and dance challenges duplicate their flow. Filter packs and caption games, watch the follows grow. Collab with strangers, steal the style they sold. Trend after trend, I'm selling pieces of my soul. Faster, 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 content never sleeps. Like, comment, and subscribe. The validation runs so deep. Copy, paste the moment, manufacture the heat. Obsessed with blowing up, can't stop, can't delete. So let it break me. So let it break me. Let this trend consume every fragment left of who
I'd actually class this more as a triple feature, with a short song followed by two others. There's a short one at the start.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Ferris Bueller reference.
Go.
Although more recently people probably just remember it from Deadpool. Alright, so as I was saying to Runya, I think this is like a triple feature. You've got this slower paced one at the start. Yeah. I was going to comment on how this is edited, but I think of this as more of a intro video rather than part of the actual music video itself. It's meant to be slow and stuttery, and that's fine. I don't mind that. That cut's good, but some of the other cuts are a little bit off tempo. Good cut there. And here, that's the end of the first song, which I think is treated as an intro. Then here's the first real song.
I need the views, I need the likes, I need to blow up overnight. Copy every move they make, filter every single frame.
Yeah, so lots of references, of course. I believe this is one of Night Away Fantasy's designs he got. I hate this. Whenever somebody's name comes up, like I know the person, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Tony the Frog's gay. I've got a terrible memory. Alex Jones, thank you. I remember for years because on British TV there's a presenter also called Alex Jones, and it always made me laugh about the two of them. Completely different types of personalities, but yeah. Doing the what's up meme here. Got Powder, Shiver. I was going to call her Bloop for a second. It's like, that's not the right one. Naileth, and oh my god, Leaflet. Oh god, Brain. Tide Pod. Now, is that meant to be... It was Harble's next, so is that Harble? Can't be right. Oh, so it's Musk. Yeah, I thought so. Some parts where I would cut, they do the distortion instead, and that works to extend the point of exchange. Here we have Dot as a wicker man with the seals instead of bees. Julia Lacroix as Cleopatra and Holy Ball.
Scroll until my eyes burn, studying every face, copy their moves, their until my eyes burn, studying every face, copy their
Psychro, the butt meme, Silas, and Pseudo.
moves, their angles, their perfect filter.
Now, is that meant to be Cool Enjo? I don't know why Psychro made VC think about his butt for a whole week. Yeah, it's a very pretty image. But I know there's been some issues about getting the eyes right for the character.
At the right time, hashtags in a storm, and check every sound, ride the wave before it's gone.
Or cut. Yep, good. Hassan and the dog's basically taking revenge. I think this is a reference to the meme I started in the also to Clear Patrol. But I think that kind of started with me doing the Chungus memes in the Skynet server. Although I started with my video. Yeah, so Cleopatra and Griffin Knight. Although, to be honest, the way he looks there, he looks a lot like King Yama from Dragon Ball. Feeble Mind and Lady Wasabi throwing lotion down the hole to Keen in a reference to Silence of the Lambs.
Viral hooks and dance,
Skybrow's doing a very
duplicate their flow, filter packs and cap.
iffy dance. Alright, so this is the 3 creators here for definite. You've got Dawn Halo, Occultist Noticia, and this is Nightwave Fantasy, definitely. Not one of the alternate models. Shupai Pai. And of course, the other reference is collaboration, just steal the style. Basically, this reference about people copying what Skybrows does by doing the Elon's Musk scene here. Night Owl beating up Burger King to get the Burger King crown. I get the feeling they purposely gave Counterintelligence here extra beard because of the number of times his beard doesn't get put on him in videos and he's complained about it. Yeah, and the cat girls, yeah. Well, there's me. In the it's the 2 women and the cat meme. With Gleeman and Ked. Good moment to do the change, the distortion, the mirror. Hold on that. I probably have actually thrown a little bit more distortion to the video. There's a little, but I probably would only get a little bit heavier so the exchange doesn't look quite so an exchange. But this scene overall is very, very good. See, there was a cut there, but it was hidden by the energy going past. So it's like 2 different generations. Atta. Gaming Syndicate. Psychro again. Mavluck brain wasn't working, then bloop. Harble. Happy Harble. Three creators. I do love this with like the dropping into the eye for the most part, and then the heart for Occultist Letitia. And then here with the Cosmic Otaku, because on some of the models it's actually got 4 eyes, not an eyebrow up there. Happy, aka the better Harble. Don't sell yourself short, Harble 99. I believe you're in this one, aren't you? Because I saw on the things like Harble 99 as Water Dark. I don't know what Water Dark is. 9s. Ember Paradox. Null FM and Night Owl. I believe this is meant to be the crying image meme from JoJo's, because somebody was going on about that the other day. So not for him particularly, but let's see if I can find it on my... But when I looked at it, I applied it to Night Owl myself. Where is it? Oh, I didn't download it. I just directly linked it. So I didn't have it on my computer. Oh well. Live and you learn. Water Dog is internet name for... Oh! So this is Water Dark. That's what threw me. So it's probably the person getting attacked by the seals. And return to the girl from the opening sequence part, which I believe is meant to be Nightwave still. I can never remember this one's name. Murumal? Boom, da, boom, da. Very clean editing here. I know why they did that, but I think they could have done without that. That just threw off the stylism entirely for the frog there. And here, of course, we've got Kinney and David of the Light as Gandalf, and the moth that goes and summons the eagles for him. I do like this distortion affecting, especially it's on the beat to like the dark shadow form with red eyes. And then we're into the third part. The way I see it is, it's the morning before deciding whether to do it, going through the encounters and events, and you could call it the hangover from doing everything. That's where I sort of see it as the 3-part story. I might have tried to get that fall to match him with one of those beats, but that's just me being really picky. It's perfectly fine the way it is. In fact, the crawling's in time with that sort of verbal da-da-dum, da-da-dum. So this is edited to the lyrics, not to the beat.
And over and over and over.
Cheers. I like seeing what people put up and then seeing what can be done with their code for their, their prompts. Because a lot of people do something and they don't archive it, and they never remember how they did it. They never go back to it, and they never see what else could be done with what they did. And then, of course, we've got Eustace reenacting Ferris Bueller. Yes, that's what I mean. The edit does work, precisely. I also like the fact that you've got the loose, rhythmic. It's like it's the wind up in on here, and then once the change happens, it's very frenetic, tight paced. Everything's going on, and then it hits a point, and then it's a slow, hungover phase. So it's basically like preparing, considering whether to do it at all, experiencing it, then the hangover. Yes, it's all Keyfox's code. I just looked at it and figured out what the core components were so that anyone could use it for relatively anything. It needed a few more adjustments for YSR, for example. I needed to specify that he's a gorilla, because the prompt that I put out there for men, for male characters, requires things like chins that gorillas don't actually have in their sort of design. They have chins, but they don't have it in the display design because of the way the facial shape works. First time I did the prompt on his model, it just did an AI face of a human, even though I had the prompt there of his gorilla. Oddly enough, when I did it for Eustace's model, which is the first one I actually did in terms of the not pretty woman prompts, the first time I used the male prompt was on Eustace. I did the standard prompt, and it did the full-lipped, very feminine cat girl appearance thing. I was like, yeah, I'm not putting that in the world. He's got too many of those. So I adjusted it and changed the points to make the cat look more like a cat and have like glossy fur, which ended up with the scene being a rainy scene, which is really nice. But yeah, this is a very good collab. I can see aspects of all of them in there. I'm glad you could be here. Very nice work here with this. Very well put together. It very much feels like a 3-part story. A before, the party, and the aftermath sort of effect. YouTube doing YouTube things. Alright, I don't know where this one came from, but it was on my list. I'm not subscribed to this one. Andy the Panda streamer, Donut Chewy. I don't know if this is even going to be in English, but it was... So, let's give this a listen.
Let's roll.
Okay, so this is one of the what I classify as a promo video rather than a music video.
Home. Squirrels in the attic stealing half a train of thought. 1 second she's mid-sentence, next she's laughing at the plot. Chugs a drink, hits the joint, dice a clattering on stream. Keeps the party rolling even when her focus starts to dream. Lights are low.
Some clean generations.
Friends are jumping in. One more round,
We could definitely have done a few more on some of these.
But she still runs the show. Sipping, tripping, D&D, flipping, watch the whole room explode. Worn out Richie streams, big heart, late nights, living every game a dream. Drop, boom, 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 bass, boom, boom, bass. Let it hit. Panda,
Oh yeah, cars trying to turn around. That's a pain in the ass sometimes.
on his last legs, blue screen flirting with the fade. But she all F4's the lag and keeps the party going late. Crit fail on my focus while the squirrels do their dance. She just giggles, takes a swig and still carries the romance. Old fan humming louder, but her energy's on fire. Laughing with the crew online, taking it higher. One more hour turns to sunrise, chat still spamming hearts, and he's warming all this chaos.
I do like this. That's a very nice effect.
Keeps rolling, bases coming back around.
And while I do appreciate the DeLorean, I'm not a big fan of the realistic her in there.
Handy, panda in the glow. Bass hitting harder than the static overload. Squirrels trying to steal thoughts, but she still runs the show. Sipping, tripping, D&D, flipping, watch the whole room explode. Handy, worn out Richie streams, big heart, late nights, living every game a dream. Drop, boom, 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 bass, boom, boom, bass. Feel the kick, panda power, never quit. Old PC humming low. Squirrels running wild, but her voice cuts through the static like a smile. One more roll, one more night. We're all here till the morning light. Handy, panda glow. Handy, panda in the glow. Bass hitting harder. Neon bright and overload. Squirrels can keep the thought. She's stealing every soul. D&D forever, late nights, never getting old. Handy, you'll always tune in there. Final bass wobble. Plus PC.
It's a pleasant little song. A little bit long for what it's trying to do.
Let the squirrels win.
But yeah, I'd classify this under like the promo music rather than being a full music video, where it's trying to show someone off rather than, say, trying to tell a story or be a full combination between music and song. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that, Cheney. But yeah, because the the song is so long, they've gone with extended scenes rather than a lot of editing. There's not much changing on the beat. There's plenty of opportunities where they could put a little distortion in to match the beat, but instead they do distortions to match the storytelling about Andy. It's here. And even then, it's not fantastically placed. I would have tried going for a heavy static effect that clears up, revealing her, rather than just she's talking, says her voice cuts through the static, and then static occurs. Kind of does the reverse visually from what the story's trying to say. Apart from the DeLorean scenes, the animation style is pretty consistent with a nice... there we go. I do like this, where it looks like it's a living... it's not neon. Halogen signs? Is that right? Well, they are neon, but you know what I mean. There's a term for the actual... So there's several beats there where something could be going on.
When she says, "What's up, chat?" Whole room feels like home. Squirrels in the attic stealing half a train of thought. 1 second she's mid-sentence, next she's laughing at the plot. Chugs a drink, hits the joint.
Alright, that should have been 2 separate animations of the character.
Next she's laughing at the plot. Chugs
Then, so at the end of the plot, cuts to a different angle of her there, where she's reaching for the drink or something, just to keep the visual interesting, because the song's a bit slow to just keep on, because the drink teleports, because Grok has issues with near and far. It is neon. Brains mucking up on me. Anyway,
party rolling even when her focus starts to dream. Lights are low, the
and of course you've got the usual thing where you got somebody singing but they're not matching up. It is hard to get the lip syncing to work, but they also have these moments here, 'cause in this song right there, at where the cut is, you got that da da da. If they'd done like a vibration over the cut, it would have looked much cleaner.
one more round, one more laugh, let the chaos begin.
And then she just stops dead, and the music's going ba da ba 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 da ba ba ba. These are things that look like this is good, although of course you got the artifacting, a few more generations. Yeah, I know what they were going for here. They were trying to get her hanging off the train and looking back at the camera. I had the same problem with Pasha's Green, with all these climbing scenes. A number of times they'd appear facing completely the wrong way. In fact, if I can quickly get to... is it this side? No, it must be this side now. See that? Gaming Syndicate is facing this way. All 3 of them were facing this way. Mavlak I let stay longer that way because it looks like he's holding stuff up with magic. And it took special prompts to get them to look away from the camera. They just kept on Jennings facing the camera. There was one where they were facing the camera, but their hands were on the incorrect side. So it's like their body was reversed for their hands. It was freaky. But yeah, with the AI, if you describe a character's face, or say they're looking at it, and you make that the first thing, it will orientate the body to look at you, at the camera. So you have to put the instructions that the character is facing a certain direction, and then take a few frames of animation to make the character turn in a direction. If you want to do the hanging off and looking back sort of thing. But yes, it's little things like that, little tricks that you can learn along the way. It's a fun little song. Go give the original a listen and a like if you are interested. There is the link. As I said, it's more of a promo video than a music video, so I'm not as harsh on it as I could be with some of these things. I'm just trying to point out some nice little tricks that make it flow a little bit better. I'm surprised this came out as clean as it did. At first I thought it was just the heads layered on top, like a cut and pasted in animations on top of the main animation. But there's a couple of parts where you can see the hand
Let it hit, panda power never quit.
going in front of some and behind others. So yeah, that's quite nicely done. All right. One second, I've got to clear my nose. Oh. All right. Now here we have, they call it the Bloop by the Bloop. But I believe it's actually made by Hyde Sinister. Bloop's other half. I get the feeling this is going to be something similar in terms of being a promo rather than being a full music video. But let's give it a watch and see what it's like. I like that effect. Sounds like sonar. Fast sonar.
Meters down, just my breath and blue. Thumb on the gauge, nothing else to do. Then it hits the hull, one long low boom. My radio hisses like something in the room. I laugh it off, just ice I say, but it follows me all the way to the bay. They call it the Blue. Just a story on the wire, a ghost in the water, some old cold choir. But I heard your name in that shaking sound, in the pull of the tide, in the way my heart drowned. They call it the Blue. On the table,
Art style's very late 80s, early 90s anime.
that same strange signal stuck in my head. Storm on the surface, I dropped anyway, chasing an echo that never fades away. And the dark parts open like a breathing door, two glowing eyes watching from the ocean floor. They call it the Blue. Just a glitch in their machines, a joke at the bar on some old fishery. But I hear you laugh.
No, there are a lot of like this. It'd be the more seinen type rather than the shoujo type.
They call it the Blue.
But that's more shoujo type there.
You reach through the pressure, fingers like foam, trace my face so gentle, turn the deep to home. We floated like lanterns in an endless room, your hair all around me like a living plume. You showed me the canyons where the sunlight dies. I showed you a language made of shaky sighs. They call it the Blue, just a rumor on the charts. But I've kissed that voice, I have held that heart. Now I hear your song in each crashing wave, in the pull of the moon, and the life that it gave. They call it,
I'd expect Hyde to look good. He made it.
but I call you by name. They can call it the Blue. I just call you my flame.
Hey Mythic, we've already reviewed your video earlier if you want to catch up to it. Very nice. Now, you'll notice that this song is actually longer than that previous one, but it doesn't feel it because it's always moving and keeping going. It's not fantastically edited music because it's a story video, not a music video. It's a story with music overlaid on it, is the way I'd see it. But as I was saying, it starts off, and music, to me, sounds like a very fast-paced sonar. I could see it being me. It might be the version of me from my blues video. Rum Runners. How do you mean static? Probably half an hour ago, Mythic. Why do static though? Do you mean static shot as in like things not moving? It can be because it's easy to do group shots in static. If you mean why is it cloudy, I think it's to give the 80s, 90s animation feel.
Meters down, just my breath and blue. Thumb on the gauge, nothing else to do.
See, because this is what I'm talking about. If it was a music video, I'd have made sure that his hand went up to it around the same time as the gauge mentioning, rather than afterwards, and I would have ended this on the nothing much to do. And cut the next scene there. So that you're hitting the hull effect happens when the song actually says it. But it's a video being described by the song rather than the song rather than the video illuminating the song, if you know what I mean. It's the reverse of a music video. If you know what I mean. It's a video that music is being applied to, not a I think I know I'm getting that there.
My radio hisses like something.
See, that cutback was on the right moment. Pseudo, Psychro. Pasta. It's a very, very... It's not the freakiest looking pasta. I think my pasta still was the freakiest one from the... Sky Bros Cheers parody video. It's still the freakiest one. Nine's Barmaid. Alright. And then we have Lady Wasabi, Dot Pocket, Mavluck, Gaming Syndicate, and I'm not sure who that is. There's no one new named there, so to be honest, it looks like kind of like a generic female character from anime at the time. Then we've called us Letitia. See, now this is very this particular design look for Bloop that's been drawn here reminds me a lot of there was like 5 different anime series based on this one character story. Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. I had it a second ago when I started to started speaking about this. Oh, oh, what is that one called? I found the picture of it. Tenchimuyo. That's it. Reminds me a lot of Tenchimuyo.
Charts on the table, circles in red. That same strange signal stuck in my head.
You can see that even though it's not full of action, it's still moving on. It's not holding on a static scene of someone sitting there looking at you. It's changing from scene to scene, progressing a story. We've got Eustace and Julie Lacroix. Brian, Kura, Onigarashi, and is that meant to be somebody? I mean, is it meant to be like a really cool night owl? That could just be the AI. Harble. Gotta remember that. Don't always attribute genius to writing in an AI. If you don't specify, it can get really garbled. Although to be fair, it is very useless writing. It does say useful news. Yeah, my bad. I wasn't even looking at that. My bad. You're right. I was wrong. See, no, that's not Al. And then here we got Silas, a very, yet again, buff-looking Skybrows, Feeble Mind, and this guy again. I can never remember his name. He's been in a few videos. So the one I missed there was Detective Molotov. I haven't interacted with him. The thing is, we're even like halfway through the song now, and Bloop hasn't even actually properly shown up yet. Shiver, with the very large Sailor Moon style eyes.
You reach through the pressure, fingers like foam, trace my face so gentle, turn the deep to home. We floated like lanterns.
See, now her actual look doesn't look like the drawing much. It's got the general thing, but the styling isn't the same to look at Tenchimuyo style. It's still from the same era, but it's definitely closer to what these characters have, which is more Cowboy Bebop-ish. Now, see, if it was a music video, here I'd expect like super high effects and like, you know, pulsing and stuff like that. But this slow jump is exactly what you'd expect from like an 80s, 90s anime for a moment. But I probably would have said like a lens flaring or a what you call it, where you get the fogging around the edges to make it look very misty-eyed, would probably be very, very fitting for this kind of shot. the period.
Call it the blue, just a rumor on the charts. But I've kissed that voice.
I've seen him. I can't remember his name offhand, but I've here we've got Brack.
I've held that heart. Now I hear your song.
No, it wouldn't be fisheye, but radial blur. Yeah, the edge fuzzing, where it gives it the like a warm effect to the entire view. Don't you pop up there? Vignette. A fisheye would look good, yes, but for the style, the setting, and the timing of doing the actual animation. But yeah, here we got Father Lupus and Runya.
In each crashing wave, in the pool of the moon, and the life that it gave, they call it the blue. But I call you by name. They can call it the blue. I just call you my flame.
I think hyperrealism is the hardest style to do this stuff in at the moment, unless you're using very specific software. Banana Juju. Right, let's pause here. That could be me. It's like it's got the right coat, sort of right mix of trouser and shirt. Face is too blurry to tell. Hair could be the shorter hair from the lore video, but yeah, white guy with dark hair and trench coat is pretty common, unfortunately. So Glacier Wolf. But yeah, very, very nice video. Very nice indeed. No cat ears as well, yes. But it doesn't necessarily have to be something that you like that you do. I mean, as I said, I'm not a big fan of doing realistic animation gens, but I'll still do them now and again, just so I know what I'm doing and how to use it for effect. If I just quickly... There's an example of me trying something out in a realistic style. Just so I can know how well it goes. I mean, that's more... I didn't mean to do that, I meant to pause it. That's more an example of how the AI doesn't get tears correct. It was meant to be a few drops of coloured paint. Instead it's like this entire river. But whenever you try and get the AI to make tears, it's always constant streams, not teardrops. Yeah, but it worked for what I was doing, so I left it as is. That was just funny. It's like wiping a nose. So I just had to do a different one. Alright. Get everything set up. Yeah, problem is doing an individual scene for a single character in a mishmash video works better than trying to get a consistent look for a character. I mean, you've seen Don P. Bongwater's videos, I'm sure. He's got a style, but his characters are never consistent. They're always changing from scene to scene, even with the same prompts and the same starter images. They're always different, sometimes vastly so, especially if they're less real looking in their natural state. Let's see. These ones are actually pretty good, so it's not too bad. Anyway. Here we have Lord Intellectual by Music Satire. I saw this in parts while it was being made, so I get the idea generally what it is. I just want to see how it's all put together at the end.
Lost the handle, lost the feed. The algorithm's got a different need. One click, 2 clicks, then it's gone. Left Lord Intellectual in the digital dawn. Oh, they locked the gates, they cut the line. From YouTube's hills to X's shine. Yeah, the account is gone, the screen is black. But Lord Intellect's fighting back. Oh, they locked the gates, they cut the line. From YouTube's hills to X's shine. Yeah, the account is gone, the screen is black. But Lord Intellectual's fighting back.
I built the kingdom brick by brick. Then the bus came through, it happened quick. Suspended ban, no reason why. Just a hollow echo in the social sky. Tried to log in, saw the red mark there. Vanished in the smoke, faded in the air. The subs are silent, the feed is still against the platforms and their iron will. Oh, they locked the gates, they cut the line. From YouTube's hills to X's shine. Yeah, the account is gone, the screen is black. But Lord Intellect's
There's a couple of themes here.
Yo, it's Lord Intellect, intellectual threat to the status quo. Civil discourse in a world where the algorithms want us all to blow. YouTube AI playing judge, jury, executioner in the dead of night. Locked up the channel, recovery loop got me stuck in an endless fight. Ban evasion on the new one, mate. I wasn't even banned in the first place.
Google's bots are bugged out,
Putting creators in a digital disgrace.
but you can't stop the signal. Firefly wisdom in the matrix code. I'm not going quietly, watch me reload and explode the whole node. From airing cosplay games to lifting iron in the real world grind. Built this
The lip syncing's done very well.
Polarized world needs voices that actually use their brain, not echo chambering forces driving everyone insane. X tried to cut the line, email lockout had to migrate quick, but I'm back, secured the handle, now the content's flowing thick.
Big tech thinks they own the game, but the people
brick by brick. When the box came through, it happened quick. Suspended ban, no reason why. Just a hollow echo in the social sky. Tried the login, saw the red mark there. Vanished in the smoke, faded in the air. The subs are silent, the feed is still against the platforms, and their iron will.
Okay, yeah, so start off with first theme is Matrix, of course, with the green, but there's also a James Bond theme to this as well. With a spy thriller aspect to it. It's a good lip syncing.
The algorithm's got a different need. One click, two clicks, then it's gone. Left Lord intellectual in the digital door.
I'm not a big fan of that particular wipe, but I understand why it was done. Good cut. This is what I was saying about having multiple fight scenes and cutting between them to make the fight look a little bit more cohesive. That sequence there is probably the sloppiest cutting in the entire thing. It just, on that point, somebody comes in, so it's okay to keep going. Boom, cut. So it's delayed a little bit there. Good cut there. This is over distorted. And this is just AI mucking up people coming into attack, or monsters coming to attack. It has trouble determining friend and foe. Of course, it's Ember Paradox and Lord Intellectual. I don't think I said that earlier. I don't think Ember hits anyone other than Lord Intellectual with a sword. But, yeah, friend-foe identification is always the issue. Good cut there. Although it was a hard word and a soft cut. You know what I mean? It was a soft transition, but a hard word cut.
Intellectual threat to the status quo. Civil discourse in a world where the algorithms want us all to blow. YouTube AI playing judge, jury, executioner in the dead of night. Locked up the channel, recovery loop got me stuck in an endless fight. Back invasion on the new one, mate. I wasn't even banned in the first place. Google's bots are bugged out, putting creators in a digital disgrace. But you can't stop the signal. Firefly wisdom in the matrix.
That's a good cut.
I'm not going quietly. Watch me reload and explode the whole node. From airing cosplay games to lifting iron in the real world grind. Built this presence brick by brick. Now the sensor's trying to steal my shine. Polarized world needs voices that actually use their brain, not echo chambering forces driving everyone insane. X tried to.
I don't know what it is. It might be because he was trying to emphasize things because you haven't got a mouth to use. But in each of the rap scenes with Lord Intellectual doing the rap, it's a little overdone on the effects.
Cut the line, email lockout had to migrate quick, but I'm back, secured the handle now, the content's flowing thick. Big tech things say, oh.
But I'm glad you appreciated what I had to say, Mythic. It very was much cleaner, more intact video, for lack of a better phrasing on my half. Consistent, that's what I'm looking for.
When the box came through, it happened quick, suspended
See, now that was a good use of the wipe, because it was on echo.
Just a hollow echo.
And it's an echo. It was not echo, it's echo, and it bleeds through to the next scene.
Just a hollow echo. In the social sky. Tried to log in, saw the red mark there. Vanished in the smoke, faded in the air. The subs are silent, the feed is still against the platforms, and their iron will.
But yeah, good fun video. Definitely went with a theme stuck to it. It's the hyper realism sort of style. I still don't think the AI is quite there yet, at least at the commercial level. Didn't copy. There we go. Go give the original some love. I am not a replacement for the original. Alright. As you stuck with me, I'm going to give you all a preview of the song I'm releasing on Wednesday. Give me a second, just to get this set up properly.
All I wanna do is hit that shore, love you more, waves along the floor. I know that sounds bright, like a perfect light, a dream that feels right. And real life surrounds us, with joy it truly crowns us. Walking hand in hand in this place, matching rings and smiling face. Friends flying in with a toast to begin, and still all I wanna do is thrill.
Burgers and baps, sunsets on tap, rings in a box, toes in the rocks, just rest for a day. Let our worries drift away.
Seashells and laughter, dreaming of our ever after.
And every time I look your way, another little doubt falls away.
I wanna dance with the waves, feel the tide in loving waves. Now the ocean's at the edge with its soft
Question again,
whispers, promise you'll return to this golden little zone.
family sending messages we treasure and we save.
It's our
Big day, love, we got memories to engrave.
my phone's lighting up with another smiling alert. Our favorite people sending hearts and joyous words. Sunrise on fire, hopes getting higher. And what's more, it's our story. They're all cheering for.
I just want sunshine, your soft wedding bands, and between toes and your hand in my hand, the bright world keeps singing. Yes, you.
Like we're perfectly designed to say a shared I do. All I want's a beach chair, sea breeze in the air, soft music to share, no old work day nightmare. Let the deadline fight, let the worries fade from sight. I'm clocking in gladly, I forever can't wait.
And here comes a postman with letters that he lays.
A seaside vending note from the inn by the gate. Old plans in a file, but we've rewritten it.
Now every little detail seems perfectly fit.
I just wanna thrill, watch the waves by the hill.
One Saturday where time stands still. Warm sand, your smile, and a heart to fill. All I want is thrill. All I want is chill. All I want is thrill.
And the whole beach stands still.
Burgers and baps, brewskis on tap, rings on a rack, our suitcase to unpack. Just rest for a day, let the world fade away. We'll ride our vow saga on this bright beach veranda, while every tide rolls our way.
We'll laugh and we'll sway. I wanna roll with these moments, they are coming in sweet bunches.
Sun-kissed freckles, little splashes, love and sunlit crunches.
Now the future's at the the fence with this bright question again.
Says walk on down that sandy aisle, say your yes and then
Friends sending messages will always hold dear.
can't wait for your wedding, see you both right here.
Our hearts going warm with your joyful alert.
Picture in my phone in your white linen shirt.
Skies painted fire,
Sunset climbs higher.
and what's more, every color sings our choir.
I just want silence.
The good kind grand.
Just waves and you laugh and that ring on your
The
hand.
bright world keeps singing. You, yes, you.
Like the universe conspired to make this view.
All I want's a launch, yeah.
Girl, smoke in the air.
Sea breeze in my hair.
You're soft, I'll be there.
Let the stars ignite, let them bless this night. We're rocking it forever, our shared fate.
Here comes the postman with postcards, delicate.
Pictures of this bay from each visiting maid.
Old fears just vanish.
Love has done it,
Stay right by my side.
and that's our
Promise in it. I just wanna thrill.
pause perfectly still.
One wedding where joy overflows and will
Just meet on the flame and our dreams fulfill.
all I want to thrill. All I want to chill. All I want to thrill.
As we whisper,
We will.
Okay, so that was a preview of Beachside Vows, which is coming out on Wednesday. I'm going to take a brief break here. I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Hope you still be here. I've still got some more videos to review. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I had to go out of studio mode because it was mucking up the videos in the preview. So it's a little bit rough today. I figured I'd start you off with what's the next timeline video from the song I just played. Just to really stick the dagger in.
Knowledge is power, some people say, but access to power seems to hold sway. Seeking the knowledge for noble intent doesn't protect you from a bad descent. Yeah. Power corrupts, a familiar refrain. Terms used to make you abstain. Yet honestly true, it makes you choose what to sacrifice, what to lose. But power is needed at some point, or you cannot fix a world set disjoint. Will you craft and try and handle it all, or trust others to share and risk a brawl? Good intentions pave the path to hell, but all intentions are a hidden spell. You need to be aware of betrayal. Yet paranoia allows corruption to enable. They smiled in your shadow, knives with a grin. Brothers by daylight, hardened vipers within. One hand on your shoulder, the other on steel. The nearer they stand, the harder the real. Betrayed by the blood that I swore to defend. Friends turn to phantoms when the throne lights are set. Was never treated, scars never fade. Still I reach for a hand I can't abide. Every crown weighs 1,000 dead names. Every oath carried rust in the flames. You learn to lock doors even inside your chest. Trust becomes poison when loyalty's stressed. But if no one is worthy, the rot never dies. The cycle keeps turning on infinite lies. So I plead for the gamble. I'll shatter the cage. Better to fall, trusting than rot in my rage. out the blind. Can still burn out the blind.
Okay, and that was Power Corrupts. Hey, Moomy. Thank you, everyone, coming along from movies. Doing some music reviews at the moment. The puppet from Labyrinth. There's lots of puppets in Labyrinth, but I know what you mean. Dual raid. Oh, double raid. Yeah. My counter hasn't changed. Something's really weird with the system on that. Oh well. Appreciate the raid. I do have an automated system that's supposed to immediately go, hey, yay, I've been raided. Go give this person a look. But that automated system just isn't working. So I'm going to have to look at that and figure out what went wrong there. Hello, raiders. Thank you for coming here. I've just come back from a break. And I'm going to go back into some reviews. Now, the next couple of videos I'm going to be reviewing are part of the K-pop event that's going on at the moment. Ooh. No, computer, don't do that. So here, we've got Green Glow Steady, Skynet K-pop event, Psychro Encore by Psychro, the Friendly Survival Specialist. Yes, the temple wall swayed. That was an AI artifact that I accepted, and I thought that looked pretty cool. It was like the wavering of power or a heat haze. So let it be. Oh.
Don't be afraid. I'm right here. 어둠 속에 길을 잃어도 발자국은 사라지지 않아. Broken sky 위를 걸어가. I don't stop, I don't hide. 불안한 밤이 나를 삼켜도 심장은 still beating loud. Every scar, every fight I survive. Now I'm stronger somehow. 손을 잡아 don't let go. 차가운 공기 속에서도 I'll be the light.
I'm worried it's going that way, but I think we might be okay. Yeah, the video we just watched was my lore video for getting the power that caused glitch. I think they were meant to be leather, but yeah. while there are a lot of really clean gens, I think what it's suffering from is the fact that it can't easily tempo the movements to the music. It might have been worth genning the background and then genning the dancer separately and editing the dancer into the scene so you could change the dancer's speed of movement to match the beat of the music. Oh yeah, it looks vinyl. AI tends to make everything look a little bit more plastic. I mean, even he looks more plastic. You have to be very clear about textures if you want them to stay what they are. Especially when you go to what I'd call semi-reality. This isn't realistic, it's like the CG close to reality style. Oh god, the butt's growing.
We made it out alive.
Fun song, but this, I think the K-pop things are going to fall into the same trap that a lot of the music bands and direct singing ones do, is matching up. We'll ignore the thing at the start because that's obviously meant to be the crowd cheering. See, he's moving far too fast for the song at this point, and then other parts of the song, he's moving too slow for the beat. And by not being to the beat, it makes him look like he's just kind of flailing around. As I said, so I pause it here, nice and clean. But I think it might have been easier to do if he generated the arena as a fixed image with moving camera lights and all that and effects, and then done a matte black stage and had the dancer as a separate CG gen, multiple gens, different dances, and then placed to actually do different dances stages, and even like have different angles of the arena for shots, so you can just do a cut to a different angle when you want to do cuts between different cuts of the actual dance. Because unfortunately, the beat was still going on there, it just kind of stands there and stops. It's the same issue with the Panda girl's video earlier, where she was doing a dance on the stage and then it stopped. Yes, it's like, this is obviously several long dance scenes generated and just added together near the end of each other. A few more cuts between them to make the slow bits near slow and the fast bits near fast might have helped out. But it's still very nicely done, and it's part of a meme. This was quickly done. Exactly. The annoying thing is this butt dance is the closest to a dance on the beat he's got. Boom, there, precisely. That combination leading up to that lean was the best timed sequence of the entire video to the actual music. But then from here, he's doing slow motions, and it's a very, very fast song bit. Yeah. It definitely appeals to a certain audience. But yeah, the entire video's like that. It's a fun little thing. Very good considering how quickly he got that out as well. but it's because it's lots of long gens. So that part there, where it was really slow and zooming on him, would have worked better at the start, where he was moving really rapidly, but the song was going slow. But unfortunately, that's where he had the gen of the person walking forward. So it should have done the walk forward, a cut to a close up on the face, like a glamour shot, like finger guns at the camera or something. Yeah, and then cut back to this scene where he's doing the slightly slower dance. Then another cut away to another glamour shot or a wide shot, before coming back into the cutaway shots to make the dancers fit the right scenes a bit better. Yeah, go give the original some love, or avoid it like the plague if you feel that way. But no, Sakura's good people. Sakura's good people. Yeah. Let's find out, shall we? So here we have the second of the K-pop videos that I've got today. Torstwolf's Requiem, opening AI-MV, K-propped Quango Hunters by Torstwolf. Let's give this one a listen. Definitely much cleaner, more my style of aesthetic as well with the anime. Sounds more J-pop to me though, I will say.
Was I never part to begin with before? When will I find community? When it is beyond saving me? When my values erode.
That's what I meant.
Why can't it be easy? Have I not yet suffered enough? The struggle keeps on no matter how hard I try. I am a human in a cabin. I don't know how to socialize. Nobody cares what I do, they don't care who I am. They don't know what it is I am here for. My best is not enough, my persona is destined to be lonely. Why can't it be easy? Have I not yet suffered enough? The struggle keeps on no matter how hard I try. I am a human in a cabin. I don't know how to socialize. What am I doing here anymore? Am I too weird for this place? If I disappear, nobody would care. They wouldn't even realize it. I am a phenomenon, right at the edge of existence.
Stay safe.
Why can't it be easy? Have I not yet suffered enough? The struggle keeps on no matter how hard I try. I am a human in a cabin. I don't know how to socialize.
Honestly, Torst, I think he went about this the right way. Rather than being a K-pop concert, it's a K-pop or J-rock, to be fair, but it's done in the style of a K-rock, K-pop music video with a little bit of stage sections put into the music video, which allows you to do away scenes, change on the beat, actually picks up with the beat of the music. Is that meant to be Dot, by the way? Or is it one of your alternates?
How could it be that I always stand alone? Do people abandon me? Or was I never part to begin with before? When
I say because it just someone didn't show up again, so I was a little bit, what's that about? And then we get to the concert. Even though you're hiding the mouth whenever you can, and you're staying on the face closely as little as possible, so that the singing doesn't stand out too much. And while the dancing is not perfect for the thing, you're doing enough cuts to make it seem like it is almost there. See, that's almost perfectly timed in positioning. It's really, really, really good. A couple of glitches here and there, but nothing worse than I've ever done, that's for sure. And this is very clean as well. I think the upscaling did a very good job of keeping everything sharp. Upscaling can make things a little bit fuzzy. Quickly hop over here. And then hop over here. You see, it's the same scene, but it's a little bit wobblier. This is the upscaled version. It's brighter, it's cleaner, but some of the edges get a little bit artifacted by upscaling. Your one managed to stay very clean. Yeah, very nicely done. You did the right, I mean, as you said, it didn't start off as a K-pop music video. You turned it into one, and you did it in the right way. Everyone go give the original some love. It's very nicely done. For the dancing scenes, I probably would have tried generating a couple of more scenes with, like, saying up tempo and low tempo for different speeds of dancing, just so that you had a bit more options. So I could see a few that got kind of... But it's still very, very good. I'm just saying a few more options. Okay. Where's the monstrosity? That's what happened when I put my character through the K-pop filter. Oh, there we go. The night owl crowing face based on the JoJo meme. It's flamboyant dance, basically. It's sharp edit dance. I mean, you mostly got it there, but it'd be less foot moving around dance, more plant your feet, step every now and again, and like swing the body in a motion, sort of a wave, and then sharp pop motions for faster bits, because they usually need to work as a team of dancers. So if they're all going across the stage like your character was there, they'd end up running into each other too easily. Okay. Next, we have Burn It Down For You by Arbor Gaming. X Street. I don't remember X Street being there before, so I think he might have added that since the last time I saw his channel. Go check everything's all good here. Let's give this a listen.
I see only you. I need only you. Late night heart attack, you're all up in my head. Stalking every move you make. No sleep, no rest. I sail
The sweat suffering from the tear effect.
my soul. Light the match and watch it all explode. This love is toxic, but it tastes so sweet. I'm losing myself, but I can't retreat. I'm hell-bent, burning up for you. I'll tear the whole world down just to get to you. No matter what it costs, no matter what I do, I'll burn it down, burn it down, burn it down for you. Hell-bent. Take the pills, feel the rush just to turn you on. Risk it all every night till the break of dawn. If loving you means I'm going off the deep end, then baby I'm diving, no coming back again. This fire's killing me, but I want more. I'd die 1,000 times just to settle the score. Wild-bound, hell-bent, burning up for you. I'll tear the whole world down just to get to you. No matter what it costs, no matter what I do, I'll burn it down, burn it down, burn it down for you. I don't care if it destroys me, as long as you notice me. No escape, no turning back. I'm yours. I'm yours. I'm yours. I don't care if there's nothing's gonna stop me now. Screaming your name while the sky comes crashing down. Everything's on fire, but I still choose you. Burn it down, burn it down, burn it all for you. Hell-bent, hell-bent for you. For you.
An interesting song in terms of the actual song itself. It sounds a bit one level in terms of the actual pitching of the music. It doesn't raise and lower a lot. That's about the only commentary I'll give on the music. This kind of song usually has more highs and troughs to it, or at least deeper troughs and higher highs. It's an effect of the AI music. You can sometimes get very flat music because it doesn't like going too far one way or the other, because it can lose track of where it is. So it tries to keep everything within a range. and then it goes across that entire range, making everything sound very samey. Now, secondly, on the visual side of things, he doesn't cut to the beat very much. He tends to cut to lyrics, which is fine. But I usually sort of save that when the lyrics are more heavy. So we've got Bloop. Now the lip syncing is not too bad. In a few places it goes a bit off, but we get the what I showed earlier with Celestian with the tears. He's getting the same effect but from sweat, where it's not dripping properly, it's streaming down the face. This is the Fiad Bakal. I can never know how to pronounce that. I double checked it was who I thought it was. I wanted to make sure it wasn't somebody else. And now here's another problem with doing the cameos and doing the super realistic style that you've got the rest of it in. When you try and super realistic the anime girls, you get this. I wouldn't call it Uncanny Valley because it's not tricking anyone that it's real. You get this plastic effect. And if you go for the entire style being this, as everything isn't quite real, it can really work. But see, that doesn't quite match up quite as well. It's almost there. See, the mouth goes a little bit faster than the actual lyrics do. I won't pause there for a second. Is that Scarlet Tommy? I don't know that one. That's why I was double checking that. Making sure it wasn't someone I knew. Because I do know a couple of the Semony Cat people. I just didn't know this one. See here, he's the one looking a little bit plastic, but that's hidden by the water. But if you sort of see the edges here with the cybernetic arm. Ember. I know that's somebody, but I don't know who that is. Would that be Magic Muffin? That's EVA. Eva AI. Now she at least looks realistic, even though her avatar is normally anime. But her anime avatar is semi-realistic looking anyway, whereas the others are more magical girl style anime, as mentioned earlier, with the oversized eyes. So she translates relatively well to realistic style. See, that's getting further and further away on the lip syncing. I see links. So it's on the end of the phrases, not on the beats. Lady Wasabi. Anibot. Where plastic works, because she's meant to be a bot, but her design is already quite normal looking anyway in terms of structure, so she translates relatively well to a realistic style. Yeah, the guy's magic muffin. I know those ones. So, an original. I was worried there for a second because I thought it might be a version of Leafu Leafu, which was a bit. But I think it's an original from the lacking of namings here. Yeah, so a little tightening up on the editing. The character gens are a little bit off on some of them, but that's what happens when you go for anime characters to realistic. But give the original some love. Can't really say much about it. I personally think with the style of song, he should have done edits to the beat for emphasis on that, but he did it to the lyrics, which is fine. It's a personal choice. I think lyrical editing is more for slower songs in general terms. There are exceptions, of course. Bloody thing. Just went rapid fire on me. Now this time we've got a big name content creator here. Leaflet and the song Have Babies. This is going to be either fantastically smooth or it's going to be a psychedelic nightmare on purpose. I want to see which way it goes.
やそうよ
Psychedelic nightmare.
いっぱい笑顔で溢れて未来の英雄たちがここから生まれるのアニメみたいに勇気いっぱいライトノベルみたいに夢を追いかけて愛を溢れさせて新しい命を運命よ増やせよもっと埋めよ Fuck 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 more come more inside of
I was drinking.
私たちの子供たち Abortion is for assholes Birth control is for pussies 運命よ増やせよベイビー大爆発君の子供孫が銀河を支配するようさぎみたいにどんどん増えていこうみんなで笑顔の家族いっぱい作ろう税金で苦しむ前に愛情たっぷり育ててこの空から宇宙へ飛び立とういやちょっと大胆すぎるかもだけど本気だもん少子かぶった金ちゃえ Breathe more right now 運命よ増やせよもっと埋めよ Abortion is for assholes, birth control is for pussies. 運命よ増やせよベイビー大爆発。君の子供孫が銀河を支配するよ。はあはあどうだった？今夜から実践しよっか。もっと赤ちゃん作って宇宙征服しよう。みんなで一緒に未来を生み落とそう。むちゃ
Okay. All right, that was psychotic, and I loved it. Now, on a more technical side of the editing, rather than just being a good, funny song about a funny take on a bad situation, really. What I was saying about Torst Wolf cutting away, she is exactly what she's doing here, or her editor. I don't know if she did it herself or she got her editor to do it for her. You see, it's like multiple cuts away to hide the fact the mouth is still moving. With the anime sort of style that both this and Torst Wolf had compared to Psychro or the previous video we just watched, you can do this a lot easier because anime mouth movements are more forgiving for voice tracking than realistic faces. If anything, I say it's a little bit too much cutting because it's not cutting to any particular pace. It's just rapidly in and out, in and out, in and out. It's a little bit disorientating. It needed a few more when it comes out to stay out and a few of the staying ins to stay in a little bit longer for the beats. See, that part's fine because it's a slow in. But that's at 4 rapid changes, and especially changing on every word rather than like with the beat or. In fact, they went up to 6 changes there. What they needed to do was have a few generated scenes that are behind her looking at her dancing in front of a stage audience, so they can have a few more her dancing in front of the stage audience where you're not seeing her face, so you can have like a bit of a more slower pace on the editing a little bit. I just want to hear that bit again a second. No. Yeah. Another thing is the song sounds like it's being sung by a group rather than one. I know it's just Leaflet, but it might have been fun to like ask to get like a runner or somebody else to have their model in for like a little dance scene as well. No, Runner's being a snake, a bit hard to make that one dance. But yeah, I also understand not wanting to do that to your friends as well with this video, with this song rather. it's like, and like with Tossed Wolf, having scenes where you can like go away from the in and out might have been good for that starting scene as well. I mean, they're doing it here with like that long rocket scene, so you got like a smoother moment, but having some kind of set piece cut into the big section at the start might smooth that over a little bit. That's true. Go give the original some appreciation. All right, after that bright and cheery comedy song about having lots and lots of kids, Going Through the Motions by Exiled King Broly. This is one of his more real life videos rather than his King Broly's. So we can expect this to be a bit harsher. Sorry, blocked nose.
Just going through the motions. Put the mask on, smile when they ask how I've been. Go to work, hit the gym, chase the high that never kicks in. Laugh at jokes that aren't funny, scroll until my eyes burn red. Anything to kill the silence, screaming inside my head. I chase the rush, I chase the pain, I chase whatever makes me feel. Even if it's just
good emotional song about real issues. Good visuals. The visuals fit the themes, but as usual, I'm pretty sure he hasn't seen any of my reviews yet, because I think the first one only like gets independently dropped, as in like in a separate video. It's not even gone out to him yet, I think. So he hasn't seen my opinion on his video, so I'm not expecting him to listen to my critiques. Because his visuals are so good, he wants to use the entire thing. And I can understand that. But you need to know when to cut your visual short, when to not use the really good visual, because it's going to detract from your story. And that's what we get here. This first part, as usual at the start, I'm not too fussed about that hanging on a little bit, but here, I'd have cut there, go to work, then cut to a gym scene where he's doing something. But instead he kind of wanders, stops, then kind of turns and meanders. It needed to cut a little bit earlier, cut away to another scene, do like a little gym scene thing, and then cut to work on the bus. And you got a fast bit of music, a little bit, not a lot. He's like chasing the thing there, but he's not doing any of that. So I held on to that scene so long, where at the drowning in the water would have been a good time to cut to him here with the whiskey. Because at the end of the violent there would be where you cut away to him raging at a wall or something. So he's got all the right scenes, they're just not in the right order. They're all beautifully done, very few artifact errors, a bit of motion errors, like I said before with the walking. But like, for example, the punching the bag here would have been fantastic at that earlier point I was saying. But yeah, it's always good work from him. I just feel like it's I've got the bread, I've got the butter, I've got the filling, and they're all sitting there on the plate separately. You know? You can see the sandwiches there. It's just not been put together. Go give the original some love. It's got an important message that people need to pay attention to. And that's the end of the reviews I've got at the moment. But I've got a few little things here for humour purposes. All right. I've been working with Silas on doing some of his law stuff, and I've managed to create a national anthem for his nation.
In the deep icy lands, where many many fail to hold. We the wolf and children move forward bold through deadly stormy seas and mountains tall. Our molten heart, our souls make the long haul.
All right, so you've heard that. When he started saying about his K-pop stuff, I went and did this.
In the deep icy lands where many fail to hold, we the wolf and children move forward bold through deadly stormy seas and mountains tall. Our molten heart, our souls make the long haul. We march to the pulse of a dragon's heart and breathe airs brisk and clean. We are bold and strong, clever, smart, but fair and kind. We keep our keen. Pity
Oh, hey.
whose lines have crossed.
I understand it is a learning process.
We are the wolf of winter.
You do some good gens. I can understand wanting to hang on to them as long as you do in the video. But it's okay to reuse the same scene if it works, so you can cut it and use it again elsewhere.
Remember our heroes' praise. In the frozen spires where the weak ones break and fall, we the wolf and children answer winter's call. Through blizzards that scream and glaciers that devour, our molten hearts keep burning, fueling endless power. We march to the thunder of the dragon's ancient drum, breathing crisp defiance, cold steel in our lungs. Bold as the storm, sharp as the fang in the night, clever in silence, but never quick to bite. Pity our foes, whose lines have crossed.
This has no right going this hard.
Of winter, the great frost, we stand proud, hackles never raised, our fallen remember, our heroes praise.
So yeah. And I was working on the Power Rangers idea. See you, Torst. Have a good rest. The stream won't be going on too much longer. I've got a few things to show off. And then I'll be sending people on their way, I think. Bit of a short one this time. But a good one, I think. But yeah, I've got that as a base. I'm going to build some stuff off for the Power Rangers stuff when we start working on that properly. I'm struggling getting the Zords to work in the generation. But I made it by getting these short clips. So there's that one and this one. I see this version being like the opening credit reel. Now I've got two videos I'm going to play here. First off is one that's been out for a little while now, called Fighting Not to Fall. I made this a while ago.
So I'll raise my voice, body tense, and somehow my presence is oppressive. So much harem and prescribed. The mental gymnastics are impressive. Their only truth is what's prescribed. I'm fighting not to fall. Tiredness seeping into the bone. Held off rest cold. Now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am half-hearted. Every time I start a conversation, immediately treated like a thug. Others say I'm empathy devoid. Seems illegal to seek information. Not every fight is a drawn-out slug. Fights I struggle to avoid. But seems silence is violence. Faced with those who won't listen. Any face truth denied.
He was offering the hand. As in like, will you accept my help? There's so many editing things here that I wish I'd done differently now.
Beginning to thrash. Every step a middle finger to the script. Every breath a theft they didn't predict. They want me kneeling quiet, spend a compliant ghost already been. But I'm too fighting not to fall. Tiredness seeping into the bone. Held off rest call. Now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am half-hearted. Hard to remember why I started.
And yes, there is an error with the wrong DepthsWalker in the background scene. I put it down to blurry memories. I just used the wrong gen. Okay, now the reason why I played that is so that you've got a little bit of reference for this, which is coming out in a little over a week, if I get it finished properly.
I walk the world, happy to be left alone, and they'll still police my tone, so I'll raise my voice, body tense, and somehow my presence is oppressive. So much haram and proscribed, the mental gymnastics are impressive. Their only truth is what's prescribed. I'm fighting not to fall, tiredness seeping into the bone. Held off rest call, now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am half-hearted. Every time I start a conversation, immediately treated like a thug. Others say I'm empathy devoid. Seems illegal to seek information. Not every fight is a drawn-out slug. Fights I struggle to avoid, but seems silence is violence. Faced with those who won't listen, any face truth denied. Disagreement called ignorance. Government promises prison for refusal to be complied. I'm fighting not to fall, tiredness seeping into the bone. Held off rest call, now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am half-hearted. Earning to live or living to earn, when all your actions should be for what you yearn. An idealized dream of what life should be, a trick to tie you down so you'll never be free. Give years of a life, toil and strife, paper thin goals to rake you over cold. Still I drag this carcass forward through the ash. Bones crack, muscles beginning to thrash. Every step a middle finger to the script. Every breath a theft they didn't predict. They want me kneeling, quiet, spent, complying, ghost already bent. But I'm too tired to be afraid, too broken to behave, too stubborn to fade. So I'll keep swinging till the grave. I'm fighting not to fall, tiredness seeping into the bone. Held off rest call, now it's time to answer the phone. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and alone, and I can't finish if I am half-hearted. Hard to remember why I started. Battles brutal and I feel alone. Just step after step until I'm dead, feeling like I'm trying to atone. Maybe one day the fight will end. If I'm still there, will I be happy? Till then I'll just full send. When it's over, I'll leave it to others to be sappy. I'll lay down my bones, rest my mind, feel my soul, and dream till I feel whole.
So I'm trying out new things, basically. The original song was a single singer, and it felt like someone fighting and they're on their own. This version, when it genned, which I genned kind of by accident, I was going for the general musical tone, but I forgot to lock in the singing voice. So it became this switching male-female voice, not a duet, kind of like a blurred in one into the other. So it made it sound like multiple people fighting individual fights. And that gave me the idea of doing this. So I've got a few things to fix. I've got a few placeholder scenes where they're like a duplicated scenes put in to fit things in. But all going well with my generations, I should be done in time to actually get the video out. Okay. I thank all of you for being here, and if you hang around with me for a minute, I'll go and see who I can send you all off to go and pay a visit to. If Kick stops being an idiot. There we go. Seems like no one I'm following is currently streaming. So let's see over here. You know what? We saw them in the video earlier. Let's go give Fiad Bakail a raid. They are currently streaming with 9s, so that's an extra double. I thank you all for being here, and I hope you'll all join me on Wednesday when I'll do this again. And hopefully there'll be a few more music songs. If not, I'll be playing some games. I usually do some nice, simple, casual games, like Slay the Spire or Rune Dice. Or if I've got a long running day with no real music to review, I'll go for one of these survival games like a Planet Crafter or something like that. So I'm going to put you in the outro and then send you off to where you need to go. Those of you on YouTube, I can't send you anywhere because I'm not monetized and all that stuff. 10 p.m. Wednesday. So 10 a.m. Sorry, Wednesday. I took that too soon. Yeah. Yeah, 10 a.m. Wednesday. See you all then.